So peptides are getting very popular, and I look at a peptide essentially as an animal alkaloid. The way that people extract alkaloids from plants is essentially the same way they extract peptides from animal parts. And now, of course, they make them artificially because it's an amino acid, they just keep linking amino acids. But the problem is, it's the same problem with alkaloids, is that you can take as much caffeine as you want, but it will never permanently fix your attention span issues or your work issues. Take as much of a painkiller as you want, like an opioid, and it will never permanently fix your pain. These things are just messenger chemicals, essentially. The same way peptide is just it's like a messenger or a program chemical. It's a clear liquid that I imagine it like a salt, like a crystal in solution. And people take these things and they talk about how they lose all this weight, or that they heal their body, speeds up recovery, or that it does all these things, gives them all this focus, builds all this muscle. And at the end of the day, they're just injecting some kind of clear liquid into them, which is why I'm thinking your body is doing this. You're just using something to stimulate this. The same way if you take caffeine, you're just using something to stimulate the energy that is already within you. Now, actually, if you smoke a lot of cigarettes or you drink a lot of coffee, what happens is that you start depleting yourself of vital minerals over time, right? So it's burning the candle. My hypothesis with the peptides is that people are also burning the candle. If you look at long-term GLP-1 peptides, which a lot of people are using for weight loss, long-term when people are on them, seemingly they start to have negative side effects. These people look very ill. Even though they lose all this weight and they're happy with that, they don't look healthy. They look very sick. Basically, my message is, instead of injecting yourself with weird mystery chemicals, and I'm not trying to say that, these things are so bad because it's it's made in a bad lab, or it's diseased, or nothing like that. It's just, you don't need this stuff, right? You just don't need it. You can learn to focus on your organs or glands, and each organ and gland produces different hormones, different peptides and such. That's how they originally extracted these things. And you can actually just stimulate the release of this stuff yourself. IGF-1, which is something that bodybuilders take to stimulate growth of the body. It's how people get really big. Is made, apparently the liver makes it, which is interesting. So why not, if you have problems with that, focus on the liver? Or if you think you have thyroid issues, why not just focus on the thyroid and stimulate it that way? And then it'll generate more thyroid hormones. If you think you have gonad issues like low testosterone or female hormones, then why not just focus on the gonads and stimulate them 10, 20 minutes a day, or every so often, just focus on them a little bit. This whole craze of people injecting these things is absolutely insane, and these people are dirty junkies for the most part. I can understand it if you are very ill and you just think, oh geez, I just need something to get me on the right track, something like that. I can kind of understand it. If people start to learn that they can actually just focus on the organs and glands and parts of the body to stimulate different things, then they will not need these things anymore. But that, of course, is disruptive of a giant industry. So anyway, it's just something to think about.